James, I was a young boy and you weren't born when the federal government bought the Badgerys Creek Airport plot of land. It's finally going to get operational, and guess what? We've got people complaining about aircraft noise already and the fact that it's going to be open for 24 hours a day. Have a guess what airport's still going to have a curfew? Would that be the airport in central Sydney where the planes fly straight over Anthony Albanese's electorate? Would it be there?
I don't know, Steve. You tell me, how's this going to work?
Well, I think what's going to happen is that the people of Western Sydney are going to clap their hands and say, this is fantastic. We've got thousands of jobs out here, and I don't have to drive from Penrith to Kingsford Smith Airport to get on a plane to go to the Gold Coast on holidays. Absolutely. I've got friends in Western Sydney, and they've gone onto the government website and had a look at the flight plans and how it's going to affect them. But whatever inconvenience with some aircraft noise, they are thrilled at the convenience and at rising property prices out that way with new infrastructure going in. This is a great thing for Western Sydney. It's not a surprise to anybody. As you said, this has been forecast for a long time, and it's a great boon for a very fast-growing area of Sydney. Yeah, it's going to be great. People in Penrith, Blacktown, Mount Druitt and Prospect, they woke up today to see these flight paths. But, I mean, look, Stephen, for goodness sake, I mean, modern aircraft now compared to the old 727s that used to fly around Australia and cause problems for people with noise, they're gone. Canberra's airport's right in the middle of Canberra. I mean, you're not going to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning after the first week of this thing in operation and hear a flight going over, for goodness sake.
No, that's right. Look, I grew up in that part of Sydney, and everybody knew this airport was coming. We used to talk about it when I was in primary school. So there should be no surprise that this is going to happen. And the reality is that, as James said, the economic benefit from this airport to that region of Sydney is going to be absolutely extraordinary. And this is just a little bit of pain that some people are going to have to wear in order for all that benefit to kick in. But you're right. I mean, when you look at the noise production of some of these modern planes, particularly the A380s and these new Boeing Dreamliners, they're nothing like even the 747s. I mean, you talk about 727s, but even if you go back to the jumbos, these things are so much quieter.
Stephen, just before you go, I mean, is there actually going to be flights from Badgerys Creek to Canberra? Because it'll only take about 10 minutes.
Look, I haven't. As far as I've heard, there's going to be flights to Melbourne and the Gold Coast. I haven't heard about flights to Canberra yet. But look, trying to get a flight into Canberra from anywhere is almost impossible. So I can't imagine it's going to happen anytime soon.
I prefer the drive. Stephen and James, great to have you with us, boys. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you soon.